the office, we was doing specialized trainings via Zoom. We didn't know, I didn't know why, but I just was like, hey, I'm gonna do a Zoom training tonight. And they would all jump on and it was amazing, right? And so then, just leap. I said, we just let's prepare for let's prepare for the explosion. And then the next thing was that you're never gonna go into another season. He said, the fall do not look like the winter. He said, so every 90 days, Lisa, you're gonna look different. You gotta stop looking the same. Some of us still look like the summer last year. It's like you're never supposed to go into another season looking the same. Every 90 days, you're supposed to look different. And so I said, okay, guys, the first quarter, we're going to do this. The second quarter, we're going to do that, and so on. So we cannot, every 90 days, we must look different. I want you guys to embrace that because you got time to still leap in 2020. I want you to embrace that, okay? Every 90 days, the issue is that people is leaving the winter and they're going into the spring and they still looking like the winter. Every 90 days, you change with your attire. You change every 90 things happen in seasons. Let's talk about this season because understand, we are in a season, not a sentence. I know what's going on in our world, but man, with the enemy set up for our destruction, God is turning it around for our good. I want you to claim this season, claim this quarter, and make sure you grow in this quarter. And so that, just the word leaping, we came into the new year expecting greatness. And let me tell you something. We didn't do that based on what we see. Somebody said, I don't see it. I want you to know you ain't supposed to see it. Daggone it, you supposed to do it. And so we didn't come in here seeing it. I don't make decisions and set commitments and goals based on seeing it. I set it based on what I want, and I'm willing to put the work in to get the daggone job done. So you don't see it, but you're going to do it. And so we came into this year, and he meant the word leap, and we've been leaping. My income went from averaging 25 to 30,000 to 55,000 last month. It's going to be over 60,000 this month. Leap. And then I was looking for a house, could never find the right house. I said, God bless me with the right house that my parents could stay at, a house for my family. And so guess what?
Yes,
I'm looking at houses, and guess what the address is? Frogs Leap. I'm like, he put the word leap into my spirit. And I want you guys to embrace this daggone base shop going to do some leaping. And you know when it's going to start? Right now, daggone it. It's going to start right now. And the next thing he said, stop trying to have a big month and have a big day. See, I want you guys to fight to make today a big day. Stop trying to have a big month and have a big weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my organization said we're going to do 25 by 25 just in this weekend. And so we've been averaging 3,000 to 5,000 a day. And so I give them charge to have a big day. And what happened as a result of you deciding to have a big day, all of a sudden your creative juices kick in. And stuff that was always around you that you didn't see, the scales are removed from your eyes, and you start seeing those clients, and you'll start seeing those recruits, and you'll start realizing there's so many people in my phone I did not call. Bill Arenda said, Lisa, I tell people all the time, I'll pay you $100 for your cell phone, and I'll turn it into 6 figures. See, 6 figures is in your cell phone. My mentor, Mike Evans, said, Lisa, the best kept secret is phone calls. He said, track their phone time, and you will see people ain't working. They ain't doing, they got 400 numbers in their phone. They ain't call them. They have 500 numbers in their phone. Look at how many numbers is in your phone and how many have you called. You're trying to figure out who will and who won't instead of planting the seed. We are responsible for the seed. God is responsible for the harvest. You so busy in survival mode, you forgot to be in revival mode. It's time to revive and stop trying to survive. You're trying to get 3 by 3 when you should just go sow 300 seeds. And so somebody told me, I got to get to RVP. I said, why are you focused on RVP when you don't even have enough codes? You take care of the minors, God would take care of the majors. And so the thing about it, don't worry about the 7,500, the 10 by 10, but worry about how many phone calls you're going to make today. Worry about how many times you're going to tell your story today. Worry about how many times somebody going to give you referrals today. How many times are you going to open up your Zoom today? See, sow the seeds in order to reap the harvest. And so I want to encourage you, have a big day. Get creative. Have some Divas and Dollars Zooms. Have some food fun and finance Zooms. Man, just have some happy hour Zooms. Start getting very creative. Zooms for sororities, Zooms for fraternity. We had one where we specialized in a group. So we had a Zoom for nurses. It was packed. Start getting very creative in the seeds, because your responsibility is to sow a bunch of seeds. What's happening is people are starting to major in the minors, and the minors is the RVP promotion. That's minor. The major is the seed. God is not concerned about your need. He's more concerned about your seed. That's why folks can't get prayers answered, because they too busy praying the need and not planting the seeds. How often are you sowing into your leadership? Have you blessed them today? Have you sent them a cash app and say, I'd like you to have lunch on me today, coach? Thank you for your time, your attention, spending 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at the Zooms. My team been blessing me. This is not a solicitation, by the way. This is my opinion. It's not the opinion of Prime America. So I am just so excited about the people that's going to sow today, going to make a decision that I am going to have a big day. I want to challenge this base shop. I want y'all to blow Coach Evans' phone up. I want to challenge this base shop. I want to challenge each one of you to tell your story 5 times today. Tell your pride story 5 times today. Tell people how awesome it's going to be. Tell them about your expansion program, and watch your whole life change. We're not telling our story enough. God told stories in the forms of parables, okay? And his disciples said, why do you keep telling those stories? He said, because y'all with me all the time, you get to see it. And the way to reach the crowd is through a story. See, you got to master telling your story, daggone it. Man, I get fired up every time I tell my story. They say, Coach, you off the chain. You so excited. I said, I have another opportunity to tell my story. You know why I'm fired up about telling my story? Because people remember stories. How many times are you going to tell your story? I may not see 10 by 10, but I can see telling my story 10 times. I can see calling somebody. They ain't joined you yet. Call all your clients. They are 50% recruited. Tell your story again. They don't forget. The season has changed. They're more open today. Tell your story and pack out these Zooms by keep telling them, come see this man. Come see this woman. They have a great story. You got to keep bringing people to see this man. And I want you, most importantly, to recruit yourself. Recruiting is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And if you don't feel good about you, you will never tell somebody, come follow me. I'm going to make you fishermen of men. Fisher women of women. So come follow me. You will never tell somebody, come follow me, if you don't believe in you. But you can tell them until you get there. Come hear this man's story. Mike is on Zooms, him and the leadership here, sun up to sundown. And some of you don't even put people on the Zooms because you're not understanding. It's more about the seed than the need. Yes, we need 10 by 10 more. Yes, we need more people to join us in business, but what seeds are you sowing? So I just like to hear, Mike, about how creative the organization, the base shop, have gotten about the seeds that they are going to sow. Financial strategies for beauticians and barbers, financial strategies for nurses, firefighters, law enforcement. How creative are you going to get? Me and we be doing 5, 6, 7 Zooms a day sometimes with different strategies to reach different communities. Because why? folks are more open today. The pandemic didn't create all the issues, but what it did was put a magnifying glass on it, because folks now understand I better get my affairs in order. It's time out for a chicken list. You have 300 phone numbers in your phone. Don't tell me you can't find nobody. You know, and I want to close with this, Mr. Evans. Coach Evans, I had you did my call, man. I had me a mini AALC and Zoom, right? Called it an emergency meeting, packed it out, and had some of the great to get on there and speak. And I love what Siobhan said. She said, man, when she was a little girl, her mom would say, go upstairs and get my purse off of the dresser. And she would come out and say, Mommy, I don't see it. She says, right up there by the limb. Go up there and get it. She'd come back and say, I don't see it. She said, man, if I go up here, you know how we do it, right? If I go up here and find it, I'm going to tear your ass up, right? And so she said, she'd go up there, she'd find the purse, she'd come back. She said, here it is right here. And she said, know why you didn't see it? Know why you didn't see it? Because your ass wasn't looking for it. See, right here in the Maryland DMV area, there's over 8 million people in this area. 8 million. You know why your ass ain't recruit nobody? You know why your ass ain't help nobody? Because your ass ain't looking for it. See, the reason why you ain't hit your numbers is because your ass not looking for it.
Woo.
And so go upstairs and get my damn purse. And you better come back with it. It's sitting right on the dresser by the bed. Your ass ain't looking for it. Coach Evans, I pray that this organization wake up and realize the greatness they have in you, because I envy you guys that have leadership that is there for you, because I can't find mine. God bless you.
Your ass ain't looking.
Drop the mic, Lord have mercy.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amen to that.
For having Lisa Jones. Lisa Jones on the daggone call this morning. Lisa, over here.
Thanks,
Woo!
Dr.
Yes.
Wow.
Miss Lisa.
Thank you for that beautiful gift, Coach. Thank you.
Hey, let me just tell you all this. Real talk. Lisa Thompson, are you on the call? Lisa, well, she at work.
Yeah, she's on the call. She's on the call.
All right, here's my point.
I'm here.
Y'all need to thank Lisa Thompson for having Lisa Jones on the call this morning. We thank God first. But I was texting people to tell them to get on the call, and I put in my phone Lisa, and I dropped the text and get on the call right now.
You work here? Yes, ma'am. What do you do here?
Mute your phone.
Mute your phone.
You keep your options open?
Oh, this is
Look
good,
at Jackie's prospect.
Text your phone. Mute your phone. Here's my point, you all. I was texting Lisa Thompson to tell her to get in on this call this morning. And I ended up texting Lisa Jones with our text message that says, hey, I need all my directs on the call. And before I knew it, I said, Gina, oh man, I text Lisa Jones instead of Lisa Thompson. Man. And I said, well, it must be meant for Lisa Jones to be on the call. I text Lisa. I called Lisa. I said, Lisa, hey, that was a mistake. And she said, I'm on the call already. I was like, what? She's on the call. My point is, you all, you never know how God is going to bless.
That's God. That's God.
And God just blessed me to call her. Just like Lisa called me last week, a week before last, to do her ALC mini retreat call. I mean, I'm in the middle of all kind of stuff doing it. She just called like, hey, can you jump on this call? I ain't had nothing what I was going to say, what I was going to do, but it was a lit call. We jumped on that call. She had 3 other leaders on the call. It was on fire. So you just don't know. I told Lisa, don't worry about putting no camera on right now, because she's on it about people not having their cameras on. I said, Lisa, don't worry about putting the camera on this morning. Do what you got to do. But Lisa, can you tell them where your daughter is going and what your team is doing regarding where your daughter is going and why they need to step up? Because this is an area, what your daughters decided to do today, this is an area that they need to have somebody speak into their life, because the individuals are waiting to pull a daggum trigger in the same area your daughter's pulling in. Could you hit that right quick?
Yes, sir. My daughter is right now walking in the building to take her SIE test. And so we're excited about her getting licensed in the area of investments. And one of the things I want to make sure that my people know is don't do to our community what somebody else did to our community. Go get fully licensed. Stop playing. It's absolutely ridiculous. Mike, I paid $1,000 for that license, okay? Mm-hmm. And here you got a company that say that we will cover the fee for that license, and folks sitting back and sleeping on it. You cannot convince me that you can't read 3 pages a day. You cannot convince me that you can't find time in 168 hours to study to show yourself approved. It's time for us to do the whole job by our people. They denied us that information about how to invest money, how to get ahead financially. We as a people have learned how to make money, Mike, but we haven't been taught how to keep it. And so we can't do to our people what somebody else did to us. Go get fully licensed. Some of y'all have been sleeping on that. And so you've been life licensed, but you haven't taken the time to get securities license. Shame on you. You are the one. And as the great Mike Evans always share when his mom said, is it you or shall we look for another? Our community need people to tell the truth and the whole truth. Don't do half the job, do the whole job. Is it you or should we look for another?
That's what I'm talking about, Lisa.
It's me, Daniel.
We got too many people that do not even have an SIE exam, and I'm going to go to another level on them in a whole nother area. So I'm challenging individuals to go get it done. We all got 4 days. We all got today, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday till midnight. To midnight, anytime we have a night till midnight on the last day, it's supposed to be in at 5 o'clock, and we got till midnight to go move the needle. Lisa, with everything that's going on inside of our hierarchy, we wanted to make sure that, do you know, this is the last month for us to go circle champion. So why should the team, they got to do what they got to do. So my last 2 things, I want to end this at 9:30. We got 4 minutes. My last 2 things is why people need to make sure they take advantage of that 1-by-1 to get that 4,500, and why should they make sure when their coach is going for something, and they believe in me, I ain't got no question with that, but how they can get momentum with their own team by pushing for somebody. How do you get more mileage by pushing for somebody else, but you end up getting the better results yourself? This is the last month for Circle of Champions, so we fighting for it. We don't want to miss it by no dollar. We want to daggum run through the daggum hole, hitting the daggum top of the ceiling, running like crazy. So those last 2 things, the 1-by-1s for people to go hit the 4,500, and the last piece on Circle of Champion, what it's going to look like to have another African-American crossing through the Circle of Champion this particular month.
I'll tell you one thing, Mike, you know, the fact that you go do 1-by-1,000, put your name in a hat for a drawing to win $4,500 is a no-brainer. Why would anybody let that go by? And the fact is that you can do more than 1-by-1, get your name in there a couple times. That's, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you should absolutely go for it. That money is on the table. It can be better used in your community, in your family, and your household than leaving it for somebody else. So you need to go for it. And so the minimum that anybody on here should do, in my opinion, is 3-by-3,000. 3-by-3,000. Great. I don't start any numbers at lower than 3. And so 3 is a powerful number. You have to go for 3-by-3,000. Okay. Praise, honor, and glory. Amen. 3. And so I'm excited about that. But hey, listen, if you can believe only for, if you have a 1-by-1 belief, then go do the 1-by-1. If you have a 1-by-1 belief, okay, but you got to get to the point where you have bigger belief, bigger faith. Okay. And so, the other thing is that this base shop have to stand out. You guys got to get pissed off that you aren't the #1 base shop in your state, and then the #1 base shop in the whole company. And so you got to get pissed off about that. You got to make a decision that we're going to dominate. See, that's where the team is. They're making a decision. So we've been dominating in Maryland. We said, let's dominate our state. So nobody's been able to beat us for the last 3 months. Let's dominate our state, and then we're going to work ourselves up the rank. When I came back from stage 4 cancer, I was number 800 and something in the company. Okay, we worked our way up to get within the top 100. Then we said, let's get in the top 50. Now we're working to get to the top 10. Okay, and within the top 10 in the whole company. So you gotta have something in front of you. It's time to leap, guys. It's time to leap. You have to have something in front of you that you're going for. Aren't you guys going to be the #1 base shop? Are you comfortable? Hey, you got the best, one of the best coaches and all of, you know how many people look up to y'all coach? You know how many people he coached and don't get paid for it? You know, it's many late nights that I had to call and cry on Mike and Regina's shoulders and say, please hold my arms up because I'm feeling so weak. I don't think I could go any further. But that's what y'all coach do and manage to be there for you. How dare you not push your coach up? And I'll close this with this, Mike. I know Art Williams wrote a book called Pushing Up People, but let me help you understand something. What have held us back for so many years is that we're trying to push up people that's under us. You cannot push up somebody that's under you. You got to push up somebody that's over you. You can push them up. If you try to push up people that's under you, they have more leverage and they will pull you down before you can push them up. And so you focus on pushing up Mike and Regina Evans. All of a sudden, your team see your loyalty, your accountability, your availability, your responsibility, and your vulnerability to your leadership, and they want to do the same for you. And so that's what happens. So now my team is on a tunnel vision focus to push Lisa M. Jones over $1 million. We see it clearly, okay, guys? They're on a tunnel vision focus. One of my teammates in Georgia went to the home office. She's on her way back to Maryland from Georgia, 4 a.m. She stops at the home office, took a picture of the building and put across the picture the words 400K Lisa MJ. And so and sent that to me. They are on a ton of vision focus. I see 600,000 this year, 1 million by next year. They're on a ton of vision focus to push me up. You know what's happening as a result of that, Coach Evans? They're making $5,000 part-time. I got part-timers making $7,000. Some making $3,000, some making $1,000. Why? Their mind is not on themselves. When it's about somebody else, you get the blessing. That's why the word of God says that the anointing flows down. You push up your leadership, all of a sudden you get blessed. And everything that your coach received, your coach Evans receive, you're supposed to get it too, as long as you lined up. Stay lined up to the leadership. Stay lined up to the leadership and watch everything that manifests in their life that's good, that comes from God. You're supposed to receive it too. And know this, that God is not a man that he shall lie. That's the truth as we know it.
Lisa M. Jones, dadgummit, that's what God say. Bless the people. Lisa, I know I called you on the last minute, called you by mistake, but God meant it for good. Does anybody have a quick question? And quick, I ain't taking but 1 or 2 of them. Make it real. 1 or 2 questions, and we're gonna let Lisa off because she wasn't even supposed to be. So the two leaders of the group right now that's leading the numbers right now is Kevin Lyles and Michelle Evans. So you all got the opportunity to ask the first 2 questions. And we may take one after that, and that's it. Kevin Lyles, Fabo, y'all leading the base right now, both of y'all. Y'all have a question for Miss Lisa Jones. If not, we'll pass and go to somebody else. Very quickly, let's go.
Hey, Coach Lee.
Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. I love the different strategies that you all have going throughout the week. Are you all just having everybody in a bake shop pick nurses and invite them all to that, or are you all doing social media, or how are you all bringing those specific categories to those different Zooms to go on throughout the week?
Whenever the team, great question, Kevin, and awesome job, superstar. Keep it rocking. Hey, listen, whatever the team do, because we are an army, not a mob, so we do everything together. We are family, you understand? So whenever they have a specialized Zoom, they post it on our page on Facebook and say, I have a Zoom for nurses at this time on this day, and everybody who want to plug in. They support each other. Let me tell you how unified we are. If one of my people post on their Facebook page, I'm expanding, whatever they say, then all of the agents that see it say, hey, listen, I'm looking. They will respond as if they are somebody looking. Why? Because they want to make sure they get some feed on their posts. You got me? So we're just always in support of each other and in our process, and as we look for the people that's looking for us. So yeah, we post it so everybody can join in. They invite nurses, they invite it. Why? Because we one team, one dream, one heartbeat, right? One one mission, and we're going to get the daggone job done. So we definitely support each other in that. And they're reaching people via social media. They're calling their clients. They're calling everybody in their phone. I'm challenging people that you are to talk to 10. You got to talk to 10 people a day. You got to have the conversation. That don't mean 10 phone calls. That means 10 conversations a day. I challenge them, Mike, to 10 conversations a day. You know why? Because Dan with AIG said when he went to work for Merrill Lynch, they had to make 400 calls a day. 400 calls. He said they told him if you make 400 calls a day, you'll make 6 figures. He said he asked him, how will I get the 400 people? He dropped the phone book in front of him and said, this how you're going to get the 400 people. He said, guys, what was I more concerned? He said, we had to call people and say, do you have $40,000 to invest, sir? And he said, that was their conversation. He said, now he asked the team, he said, so what do you guys think was more important to me? They said the $40,000. He said, no, the 400 phone calls. I could care less about the 40,000. I was going to make sure I made the 400 phone calls. See, it's about the seed, guys, the seed. Have 10 conversations a day and watch your whole business change. He said, if you in Primerica would just have 10 conversations a day, invite 10 people onto your Zooms, ask 10 people, can you share with them what you do? He said, your whole life would change in this business. He said, most folks won't even do it. They won't ask 10 people a day. So they make sure they find them some kind of way because they got to share their story. They got to ask. They're not concerned about the yes and the no's. They're more concerned about asking 10 people a day. Will you join me on my Zoom? Can I share with you what I do? 10 people a day. I hope that answered the question.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lisa Jones. Fabo, you got anything before we wrap up?
Yes, sir. First and foremost, I want to Lisa, you are truly a great leader, and you inspire me all the time that I'm with you. I ended up, I'm here quarantined with my mom, and I couldn't help but to shout, and she came down the step. I never came down the step as fast as she did. She thought something was wrong with me, but I was shouting and screaming and giving God the praise and the honor for you dropping seeds into my life. You know, I appreciate that's something that you're good at doing. You say, don't throw the seed on the sidewalk. You got to throw it in the grass in order for it to grow, right? So I'm just super excited about that. Lisa, I am going for my $50,000 watch. I just need to make sure that I stay focused. Any words of encouragement or anything that you got for me to keep me focused, to keep me grinded, to keep me going, to make sure I hit it and get it done this time.
Hey, listen,
Lisa, before you say that, Lisa, she gave a commitment to do 15,000 personal. She has 7,000 right now. She got 4 days left. That's part of the deal, dadgummit. Go ahead.
All right, this is done deal because she's going to do that because she's saying it, right? It's a difference between a goal and a commitment. So I want to make sure you guys are using the right language. See, a goal is something that you hit at a later time, but a commitment is something that you have to do this month. This month. So you got to always give your coach your commitment for the month and your goal for the month. So my leaders give me a commitment for the month. And so when you say my goal is to hit 50,000, and people wonder why I never hit goals, because goals is not something that you necessarily going to hit right now. That's something that can be done at a later time. You have to set commitments in order to achieve goals. Okay. So my team may say, I'm going to do 10 recruits and 10,000 is my commitment. Commitments you write in ink, goals you write in pencil, Coach Evans. Commitments, when somebody give you a goal, write that in pencil because you know you're going to be erasing it because they're lying. Because listen, so the thing is so, but a commitment, so you don't tell the mortgage company, I have a goal to pay you the mortgage this month. No, when you got that loan, you made a commitment, and then guess what they say? Commitments are things that you put dates on. Okay, goals is something they may say this year I have a goal that you already know that ain't gonna happen, right? But a commitment, see, the mortgage company say the mortgage is due by the 15th. They put a date on the commitment. So you don't tell, you don't tell the children, I have a goal to feed you, okay? You say, I am committed as your mom, as your dad, to provide, to keep a roof over your house. I am committed to this marriage. I am committed to these children. I am committed to winning. So some of us aren't hitting anything because everything is a dang on goal and nothing is a commitment, okay? So the first thing that you got to say, fabulous, I am committed to getting the daggone watch, and watch how creative you get. Watch how your whole life changed. I am committed to $400,000, and that's why I'm only $1,300 away. I am committed to $500,000 by August. Watch it get done. All I do is strategize. Why? Because when you set the commitment, now you put the strategy in place. See, a goal, you might go to sleep on it. A goal, you don't think about it. But a commitment applies pressure. And see, a lot of you in your 9th month, but you refuse to push. You in your 9th month. The baby is ready to come, but you're too damn lazy to push. It's time to push. So that watch is yours. Push it out, daggone it. Because you committed to doing it. You in your 9th month. It's time to push. You've been in your 9th month for 3 months, for 6 months, for a year. You have become senior national district leaders, senior national regional leaders. It is time to push. You done created a position that the company did not create. It is time to push. Yes, pressure is good. No pressure, no diamonds. My daughter is beautiful, but it requires some pressure before she got here. It's time for this face shot to apply pressure. The only reason you can have the leadership you have and let other base shops in this organization be beating you is because you're running from the pressure. And no pressure, no diamonds. Embrace the pressure. Nothing is great or beautiful without pressure.
My God, my God.
Praise, honor, and glory. Praise, honor, and glory. Lisa, dadgummit, I don't know if you were asleep when I called you, text you. I don't know. God knew what needed to happen today. Thank you, Lisa Thompson, for the Lord having me to call you and calling Lisa Jones by mistake. Dadgummit, those of y'all who jumped on the last minute, man, I swear I tell y'all, you don't never know what you're going to get, when you're going to get it. You need to be in place at all times to be able to receive the information. So I want to thank you, Miss Lisa M. Jones. I'll be putting out tonight. You're going to text me when you cross over 400,000. I'll be putting it out on the group me for the ALC, and I'm going to drop it in our group me as well. When you cross over $400,000 tonight, gonna cross over 500,000 in August, gonna cross over 600,000 before the end of the year, and gonna cross over $1 million in 2021. You'll be another $1 million earner. Dadgummit, stay focused, stay prayed up. We're believing in you. We're asking God to give you a double portion of whatever you're giving out. We ask him to bless you richly over and over again. May God bless your daughter going through the SIE exam today. And I know you got 5 other people taking it over the weekend. So I'm proud of you all for leading from the front and giving an example and dropping a seed back over here on us, man. The more you give, the more you receive. You're getting ready to receive a bunch because you dropped a bunch this morning. Have a great day, Miss Lisa Jones. Teammates, we're done. We ain't got nothing else to say, dadgummit. Make your commitment, put it in Dadgum Inc. That's why I started off the beginning of the month talking to you all about an Inc. Dadgum number instead of a goal, but an Inc. number. So make sure you go fight like crazy and hit it and move the needle. Thank you so much, Lisa M. Jones. We love you. Appreciate you being our friend. Have a great day. You all, let's run the numbers up. She said, talk to 10 people, not make 10 calls. Talk to 10 people, make a dadgum commitment, and get it done. Tell your story 10 times. Sell the dadgum crusade. Master your dadgum story. Let's go to work. Send a message. Congratulations to the base shop because we getting ready to go blow some people away in 4 days. They ain't gonna know what happened. How did they come from where they at right now? In 4 days, we send a message. Go have a great day, you all. It's yours. Claim it. Get that $50,000, Janaea. Maui, dadgummit, you hearing what needs to happen. Penny, you heard what needs to happen. Clarence, Khadijah, Ronnie, Mary, dadgummit, these are faces I'm seeing. Durante, I'm seeing up dadgummit. Lafayette, dadgummit, Joanne, Melaine, Jesse, D-Webb, Kizzy, Fabo, AD, dadgummit, let's go. Let's go. Kevin Lyles, Angie, Lisa, dadgummit, Vicky, Kathy, Jackie, Brandon, dadgummit, let's go send a message. Let's go send it now. Have a great day. Coach Evans, I'm out.
Right.